Yo, what up, guys? We're back. We are here with another replay analysis, this time of Catastrophe Ultraviolet. You know, gotta watch out for that. Those UV rays, man. Rough. He's a Challenger 3 in doubles. This one was actually sent to me a little bit early, and I kind of got lost in the shuffle. So this was back from September, even though he was an October pledge. So I would think Challenger Elite-ish would be the rank of this. Sorry, to Ben here, or Catastrophe, sorry, I gave out real names. No real names, guys. No real names. We're going to go over the replay right now. You guys can go to patreon.com/Gibbs00 to get your replay analyzed, like Catastrophe has done here. And this camera angle is something to behold. That's for sure. I'm not a big... Oh, never mind. I'm sorry. I'm on the wrong guy. There we go. His camera angle is still not that much better. It's a little bit better. But, yeah. Catastrophe. Here we go. We're doing it up. Let's start this over. They're doing a doubles game. I believe... he says he's not tendency to play defensively and be the third man back in the game, so at least he can in this game. Because it's doubles! So let's get into it. I'm not sure if he was teamed up with Black Friday. He was not. So it's a solo game. Let's see how it goes. Good face-off win by Black Friday to start. Actually, he's really good because it's so powerful that the second guy can't really do anything with it. And I like the just trying to be a nuisance. It's not a bad idea. But it's actually really good here. By Catastrophe, not move up too much. He does move up a little bit, maybe a little bit too far. But he does make up for it. Like this turn right here, like he starts to back up. And luckily, he turns around and boosts really quickly. Because if he's backwards, this is going to be a harder play to make. So he does make the right call to position himself the other way. Just pokes it to the side. I would have followed this up, though. What you should have done right here, when he pokes this, he's definitely first man up to this ball. Maybe Hambino can get there, but this is definitely Catastrophe's ball. He can easily make another play here and just tap it up into the corner and then maybe grab a middle boost if needed. If he can't grab the middle boost, at least Black Friday is going back. So he's going to get a boost and then he could go back to his own corner and get the other boost if needed. Because this will waste a lot of time and give the ball some time to move out. But luckily, they whiff on it. And I like this little bounce shot here. Just a little bit of a whiff. He does get bumped out a little bit by Mailman here. He probably could attack this a little sooner. No one else is up here, and Hambino's backing up, but one thing here, though, is you want to get high on these as soon as possible, because you're much better off. One, it's good to get high on it. Well, all right. It's good to get high, guys. 420. Here we go. Anyway, it's good to get high on the ball, because then you'll win the 50-50 challenge more often than not. And when you have a wide open net, in case Hambino just completely whiffs, you want to throw the ball down into the ground because obviously the goal is on the ground, and usually if you miss, you're going to miss high. So that's exactly what happens here. He just doesn't use the double jump. He just goes for the one jump and actually just gets too low on this Hambino with a complete whiff, but it turns into an actually decent pass, and his teammate comes in to pick it up. I just want to go back and see Hambino's play from his view and see why it happened. All right, so he's going to, like, turn around. He's just backing up. Once you start backing up on a play like that, it is really hard to make up. His best bet here, he probably can't fly to this. He probably won't reach it. He should have just rotated around. He probably had enough time to circle around and then just kind of clear it to the side. It's a tough play from where he parked his car, basically, at the start. Right here, he's going to fly around. Right here, he should be going right to net, or at least... Like, right where he is right now, if he just doesn't move at all, it's actually a pretty decent spot because he can guard the whole net because this is a shot from past midfield, so he can definitely reach his outside post. He can also turn up the wall in case it is a play off one of the backboards and try and clear the ball out that way. Instead, though, he tries to, like, move up a little bit and go in front of his net, but then he just has no angle at all if the ball is going high. So that's why, like, you want to keep a sideways approach when going back to net, when you have time to do it. Like, obviously, like, if it's a closer shot, then I prefer to be in the net to try and like, guard it that way, because say you move up too far, then trying to get backwards is really, really hard. So it all depends on your play style. But the sideways goal defending net is probably your best option, even though I don't do it that often. But there, he tries to just move up when you shouldn't have. It's a slow bouncer to your own teammate, so definitely shouldn't have done that. We'll move on here. Don't like this play at all. So another good face-off win, or one face-off. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm on the wrong guy again. I'm getting confused. So that's actually a really bad play by the other team. Mailman gets the win this time. And Hambino throws it off the wall, but just throws it like he doesn't throw it off a curve or anything. So that's just a clear, just giving away possession, which you don't want to do. When you have a face-off win, you definitely don't want to do that. And then here's just another whiff kind of on this aerial. And he says himself in the message that he sent to me that his, a mechanical play isn't the greatest. So, you know, it's going to happen. I do like that he's going vertical for this first, because we've seen a lot of people go for that, like, I have to attack the ball first, like horizontal movement, and then go for the vertical movement. So he does get up in the air. It's just, he just doesn't get the proper angle at all. Like, here's a good 50-50 win. It's just, he gets up, but again, just gets maybe a little too excited, goes for the side flip. I don't even think he needed the side flip. I think he would have just touched it. I'm going to see again. Like, if he stays on course here, he's probably just going to touch this ball, but he goes for the side flip to try and get a little bit more power on it, but you didn't need any power at all on that shot. But again, he makes a mistake, but his teammate, Black Friday, is there to clean it up once again. This is actually a really good shot from him, so I want to go over this. So a miss here. Sometimes when you miss, it is the best thing that you could have done, because it turns into a fake. Both guys whiff on the fake because they have to panic and go for the save. Obviously, like, if he would have just made contact, that's a goal anyway. But Black Friday actually comes up on the weird angle, turns off ball cam to get this angle, which sometimes, for some players, it's actually a little bit better off. And I didn't realize that there's two waffles, or is this just the freeze frame? I guess it's just the freeze frame. Like, the waffle was acting a little funny. So he had double waffle antenna, then just gets the little side flip chip. And if you get that in the air, you have a much higher percentage of that going in. There, Hambino could not get the goal. The save, I'm sorry, because of it. And then we'll move up again here. He went for boost. I think they both did, actually. Here's just a good idea. Use that quick chat. Say, I got it, or say, take the shot. I actually don't do this at all, because I'm just really lazy. But you definitely should use that when you're playing alone on those double diagonals. I'm going to come back here for a second. Right here, it's okay being on goal line because you're worried about this 50-50 right there. As soon as he misses, he should be moving up. He probably, like I was going to say do a front flip, but there's another 50-50 coming. So it's actually okay to be tentative. But Mailman actually went backwards, so then I see why he moves up. Kind of falls back here. This probably is his play as well. He can probably boost this ball and win it out. It's between him and Mailman, probably. I don't mind the safety of coming back because Brock actually did move up. So it's probably a smarter play there. This play's fine. He goes for like the chip. He waits for the bounce and gets the nice chip like into the offensive end. He doesn't really have an angle on a shot. What I would have preferred him to do here is actually get under this ball a lot harder and try and just throw it off that back wall while those guys are both grounded. It would have turned into a better pass than trying. It looks like he's trying to like to get it on target or like fighting like against the ball when he should have probably just attacked it in the air. He could have got the better wall pass to his teammate, but it happens. Not gonna be perfect arrows. This play's bad. Right away, I see it. As soon as he breaks here, he needs to attack this wall. He sees this bounce right there. Just go up the wall. Read this bounce. As soon as that ball bounces, you have to be able to read it. It's really hard on corner bounces to read them, but it's one thing to just practice. And the best way to practice is try and be confident in the corners when the ball goes there. I understand you're playing ranked, so you might not want to be too confident because if you miss, then you have a problem. But he should have went up the wall right as that ball bounces off the wall. If you go up the wall and then hit it right after it bounces, it turns into a really good clear because he would be underneath the ball. Plus, the ball would have sideways velocity back towards the orange net. So it would have been a really good clear. He didn't attack it. He kind of got caught in no man's land, and they made him pay for it. Always want to tag it. Again, like no one going for faceoffs is really weird. Like Hambino was just kind of AFK for a second. Here, I would have probably just attacked this ball again and thrown it off the back wall. Like, have faith in your teammate. He saved you twice already. I would try and have some faith in your teammate. Just attack this ball and hit it high off that wall right to the center. Brock's been pretty good on his positioning for those shots, so I would just trust in your teammate there instead of trying for a shot there when you have no boost Like, your best bet when you have no boost is try to set up your teammate at all times. But he didn't do it there. Just kind of got a little greedy, maybe. But it's also, like, understandable to not trust your teammate. Here's just a bad read. And this isn't really, like, mechanical play. It's just trying to read the ball. I think he thought it was going to bounce off the wall, so he went up early for that. And just misreads it. Mailman driving off his own post. That play, I don't mind throwing it off the back wall. But, again, I would have been a little bit more confident in it. Brack was kind of close to him, so it was kind of an awkward spot. The other options he has, like, once he lands here, he could probably cut this. Just cut it to the left and try and throw it over Mailman. He just came off the post, so he's probably going to be a little disoriented and maybe get a chipper over Mailman, but it did not happen. He just kind of gently threw it off the wall, which is a little weird, but it happens. I like what he's trying to do here. I think what he's trying to do, he throws the ball up the wall, and what you want to do is get underneath the ball, and it'll chip out for an aerial attempt for your teammate, or you just make the goalies fly and waste their boost. I believe that's what he tried to do, but he kind of whiffed on it. Tries to make up for it, just being a nuisance. I do like how Brack is positioning, though. Kind of being patient, waiting out the plays. Here again, he has a chance to cut it. He just doesn't. He could have boosted around this ball and taken a shot. Right here, he's trying to follow behind the ball a little too much. If he tries to hook around with the boost he has, again, I'm not sure if he has any boost at that point, but he had at least a tiny bit left. And it would have probably been a really good play. But he actually makes up for it anyway, throwing it off the wall. Actually backs up to get another little deflection out. Hambino just gets completely confused and gets the goal. Let's see Hambino's. Like, these camera views, man, are weird. Yeah, he just gets beat there. As soon as he sees that touch, though, like, you have to jump. One thing that you can do in the air is quickly move, like, in a direction because of your side flips. And sometimes that's how you have to make up the distance when you, like, mess up a play. But he just doesn't even try there. Like, you got to jump for that at that point. Doesn't happen. Good pass. And Brack with another finish. Moving on. All right. I'm surprised this play actually worked. So he's going to have, like, no boost, like, coming off this face-off, even though, like, you can't see him boosting. And Mailman, I just want to see what Mailman actually does here. He just gets beat. Like, oh, he just flips the wrong way, it looks like. He's thinking it's an attack in the corner. Doesn't happen. You got to have better defender than that. You should be able to see where the car is behind the ball and just try and judge based on that. But it didn't happen. Here's a nice little pop. Good try at the shot. Like, I do like the attempt. Like, one thing I like is he's staying low to the ground to get these, like, chip shots, and it gets over everyone's head. And then he has a chance here. He almost makes it. This last second turn actually cost him, I think. He probably could have just side flipped into this when he's in the air. Like, right here, if he side flips and just keeps on this path, he probably has a goal. But he actually starts to turn, and then he doesn't have that angle anymore to side flip at it. And then he side flips a little early, and then, yeah, it just kind of goes directly into the wall. Instead of trying to get around the ball and then side flip into it and get that little touch. Wouldn't have been as much power, but he didn't need power there because both goalies were out again, which they keep doing. They keep trying to attack these plays. Didn't work there. Nice play there by Brack. He probably should not have thrown this on net, though. What I would have done as Brack here, just throw it to the sidewall. Throw it to that wide open space, all in that general area, all over here. Because, like, if you try and throw it on net, it's going to be an extremely weak shot. They do have a goalie back. He did try this earlier, but the other one was a little bit closer to net, and he had a better angle. This one he has, like, no angle on. Like, the ball's going to be going, like, 2 miles an hour, and this could turn into a really bad counterplay by the other team. So say he throws it into the offensive end and just in that corner, then they keep ball possession. They can probably grab some boost and try and make a play out of it instead. This goes right to Mailman, who probably should have had a better clear than that. Wasn't the greatest clear in the world, but now Orange has ball possession. Right here, Mailman just kind of gives up the ball, though. This is what you don't want to do. When you have control of the ball and you see that there's a guy just waiting there. He's just waiting there. Mailman just goes and attacks the ball. He doesn't need to. I would keep it along the wall and just bring it up myself and try and either force a 50-50 or try and shoot it around him, but he doesn't really do it. They do get a goal out of it eventually. That's more because of this clear here. It goes in the air maybe a little early. I think he's going for that 50-50 block, which is not bad. Just got to be careful throwing it slowly out to the middle dude. Both players go for this ball. This is definitely Brock's ball. What he should have done here, right here, is the perfect way he should be driving, which goes to the outside post of the net, and he can spin around and then make some plays happen. But instead he turns back and tries to like make the next play. Right there, you have to have some trust in your teammate, because that's definitely Brock's ball, and it turns into a goal because of the over rotation by Catastrophe. And yeah, that'll cost you instead of rotating behind your teammate. Gotta have some faith. I know it's hard from time to time, but he has shown that he's been playing really well. So I would give him a little bit more leeway than maybe most of your teammates, because his position has been pretty on point. So good play here, just like running back to net. That's not always terrible play. When you're the last one back, it's sometimes really good to just be really patient and get way back to net and make them try and beat you on a play. Actually worked out there for him. Bad play by Mammon. That should have been a goal, though. Ooh. Like this one's rough. Like, so they're bumping and grinding, which is good. Like, I don't mind that at all. And then that's just got to be a goal. He's got to go more to the side of the ball and then do a corner flip. And that's in. Very easy shot on a wide open net. Again here. This play might be a little bit different because he did turn around already. So maybe Brock just leaves him. But at the same time, he probably shouldn't have turned around. He probably should have just left here. Like, he hasn't seen Brock in a while. So he's got to expect that he's waiting for this play. So he should just leave. He also hears Brock just grab that mid boost. I think that it was there. Again, there's replay glitches. But he should have rotated behind Brock. Let him make the play there. And if he misses, then you're still back in net. So it's not the end of the world. But just some over-rotation issues are costing them a little bit here or there. Just a bad aerial here. Just misjudging how far this ball comes off the wall. It's going to happen. Just got to keep practicing those, and you'll get them. Everyone misses, though, so whatever. Works out. All right, Brack with the whiff. So you just got to chill in this net, wait for Mailman. Mailman seems to just like to throw the ball out. As soon as he has a chance to do anything with it, he'll throw the ball away from him. So it worked out there, making the play. Because Mailman should have went up the wall and tried for a pass, and tried to get more than just one touch on the ball. That's one thing a lot of like challenger players do, or even prospect, is that they just want that one touch, when you should be setting up a second or third touch from yourself to make some plays. A good save there, just rotating back, making the save. Brack's going for the goalie, it looks like. Mailman just overcommits completely here. Not sure what he's doing. He just, yeah, this is just bad position in one-on-one. So, Mailman, he sees the ball there. He's like, maybe I challenge it. I'm the last one back. Never go to your wall and turn around to face the ball. This is just right as soon as you turn around like this, all hope is lost. Because now you have to turn all the way back around 180 degrees to get back to your net. What he should have been doing was turning around towards his net. Maybe even going more outside if he wants. But turning around that way so he can keep his speed. Instead, he turns out that way. That yeah, it's over. Gets completely beat, and just a free goal. Good job by Catastrophe. Just dribbling it like it was a simple dribble. Just threw it towards the net, like saw where the Mailman was. It's like, maybe I can beat him. Maybe it's like partial luck because your opponent, like, you don't expect the opponent to try and like drift around that way, but it works out. And at the same time, he tried to bring it towards the net because he saw Brock was in front of him, and it looked like Brock was going out for that demo play. So, nice job here. Like, this was actually tough because his teammate goes in the air for like no reason, and he's kind of have to fight off his own teammate here, and kind of worked at least. He like kind of just defended the play, and that's all you really had to do there. Throw it back in your own corner. Like, you're up 2, you just can't let anything happen with 5 seconds left. But at 0, it's fine. So that's how that game ends. That's another replay from Catastrophe. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And, yeah, just work on a little bit. Like, he says he's very passive, but we saw a lot of greedy plays from him there, where he actually over-rotates his teammate. Like, let your teammate do some work, because he actually played really well this game. So, it's always good to let your teammates, once you see them for the first 2 minutes, and if they make some good plays, like put even more trust into them than you would normally, and see if it pays off. But that'll do it here, guys, for another replay analysis. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Go check out the Patreon, and we'll see you next time. Later.